There's something going on in the world, and we're trying to figure it out. You've seen the latest news breaks. You've heard the latest jazz. The world as we know it is losing its way. Earthquakes, Black Jesus, Subway 6 inches for $6. What the fuck is going on? The total solar eclipse will transpond upon this world Monday, April the 8th. What is going to happen? Should we be in fear for the unforeseen future? All this and more as you are being tuned into the coolest of the cool. The Koolykool Show. Yes, you're listening here live on the coolest of the cool, the Koolykool Show. We rock it from coast to coast, north to south, and yes, even in Antarctica. And if you're in Antarctica, I guess it's still cold down there. Yep, and if you haven't done so already, be sure to follow, like, and subscribe to us on our social media platforms. You can follow me on my TikTok channel, Koolykool Show. You can also follow me on my YouTube channel, Koolykool Show. You can also follow me on my Twitter account at Koolykool2412. And you can also follow me on my Instagram page at Brent_the_champ. Yep, we got hot topics for today's discussion. Yep. Oh man, it's getting crazy out there. It certainly is getting crazy. We got a special topic also that many of you maybe not have heard, but slowly sneaking into the realm of discussion. But we here rock it like no other here on the coolest of the cool, the Koolykool Show, bringing it to you raw and unedited. Well, maybe be edited, but not on my show. Restarting in just a couple seconds, getting things set up here. Remember, you're listening here to the coolest of the cool, the Koolykool Show. You are now in tune to the coolest of the cool, the Koolykool Show. Now, without further ado, the man that rocks it from coast to coast, north to south, and yes, even in Antarctica, and exhilarates nothing but absolute coolness. Your host, Brent. Yeah, baby. Yep. So thank you for listening here, all three of my great listeners here on the coolest of the cool, the Koolykool Show. So if you don't already know the topic of discussion for this episode's podcast, earthquakes, railroads on the moon, and more. So, we're just going to jump right into the topic of discussion here on the coolest of the cool, the Koolykool Show. Yes, so, just to let everybody know exactly what's going on, I'm going to kind of start off a little bit. I'm going to start off a little bit different. We're going to talk about, anybody ever go to Subway? Anybody like going to Subway, getting food, getting some subs, the salads, hell, you can get a pizza now at Subway, it's great. It's good food, but over the past couple of years, I say it after 2020, the prices for Subway have gone, let's just say a little high. You go in there for a foot-long sub, and you're going to be paying about $15. Oh, what the hell? I just want a vegetarian sub with just nothing but veggies on it, no meat. Yeah, I just want to run you about $15 for a foot long. It's just how it is. Whatever happened to $5 foot longs? Yep. Nope. Doesn't even matter anymore. They need to go ahead and do a new audition song called 6 inches for $6. Yep. Corporate America is grabbing you by the balls again, people. So Subway has introduced their new 6 inches for $6 deal. And they're trying to spark it by having these numbers and having the placement of it seem, oh, it's a great deal. 6 inches for $6. Well, if you do the math right, a whole foot long is about apparently 12 inches. Am I correct? And if you split it in half, it's 6 inches both ways. So my problem is, what happened to the $5 footlongs that were $5? But $5 footlongs is no fucking more. It's more like $15 footlongs plus a motherfucking tip at the end. Yep, that's what it sounded like. So they're trying to sell you on some bullshit, fucking Subway. Trying to say, hey, we got a new sales pitch. Let's do it. No one's going to think any wiser of it. Well, people have, because people are kind of tightening their pockets up considering how the economy is going and how a lot of things are just a little bit fucking pricey. So they tried to sneak this in here. 6 inches for $6. Who the fuck's eating these 6 inches for $6? Maybe a child, a kid that decides, Mom, Dad, I want to go to Subway and get something to eat. And they're like, okay, Junior, okay, we'll take care. You go to Subway, get your little sub sandwich, get your little hat because you're not going to get your full one because you can't fucking eat it. Right? So, yeah, that might appeal to the area of where they're trying to sell, but to an average adult, you're like, you know what, if I don't finish the whole fucking foot long, I'm gonna maybe take it with me and eat it later. But no, they're now pitching this bullshit ass fucking story where 6 inches for $6. Now let's break this down. Now maybe if you're on a lunch break, you like need something really quick and eat $6 for 6 inches for $6. It sounds really appealing because you can quickly eat it, get something, satisfy your hunger, and then get back to work. But at the same time, if you're talking about, hey, I run a meal to be full and I want to make sure my money goes somewhere, well, the $6 for 6 inches sound appealing, because if you break it down like this, let's see, $6 for 6 inches. All right, let me backward how they say 6 inches for $6. Okay, so then you add the other half of that 6 inches, and you add them together. So let's say you decide to get two. So you get two. So 2 6 inches subs. Now for $6. Now they both a total cost $12 plus tax. Play 2 separate meals. Half the fucking size. You're feeling good about yourself. But compared to prices of what you could get with a full foot long, which will, like I said, from Subway is going to run you probably about $10 to $15, depending on what you decide of the specialty subs that you decide to get. Now, mine's personal favorite is the BMT. I love that. It's absolutely great. It tastes good. But to be honest, I haven't been to a Subway in a very long time. One thing about Subway, they have tremendous, amazing chocolate chip cookies that are absolutely fantastic. They cook it at a certain way. It's nice and soft, because I can't stand ones that you bite into and it's like eating fucking coal. So, but like I said, I haven't been to Subway in a very long time, because there's just the simple fact that I don't feel like paying high prices for, Subway. Oh, I forgot it. You can also get wraps at Subway. But I'm not doing a sales pitch for Subway. I'm just saying, look how corporate America is trying to ante up by having people spend more without realizing they're getting ripped off in the back end. Look, everything now these days, from corporate America has gone up. They're using sneaky tactics and tricks to go ahead and to try to get people to spend more of their hard-earned money for less amount of stuff and items. Like, you have to fucking look at this. Like, for instance, I went to Walmart. Love Walmart. I'm a people person of Walmart. People say, you're crazy if you go to Walmart. There's nothing wrong with Walmart. Okay? Now, if you go to Walmart, you just have to come into the mindset when you go to Walmart, you're going to see some wild-ass shit, because it is Walmart. It's the every person, every man store. All right? If you go in there having high expectations by going into Walmart, you're going to think the wrong way. So you need to understand that when you're going to Walmart, you might see some wild-ass shit. Okay? It does not cater to the highly sophisticated and rich person. No, it's just an everyday average person that goes to Walmart and says, hey, I need to get some shit real quick. But like I said, if you have your high expectations as though if you're going into Target, you're going to be fucking very unsatisfied. Now, anyway, I went to Walmart, grabbed me a pack of, bottled waters, the whole pack, so you can get to like 24, 35, something like there. So I want to grab a pack of water, and, I'm start get it home, start drinking it. And these waters are 16.9 fluid ounces each bottle is. So, and then I remember noticing that beforehand, the water would be filled up almost to the top of the cap. And then now there's just about half an inch on each of the waters that is missing. Now, I kind of compared this to other stores, because I also got a pack of water from another grocery store. And literally, theirs was a little bit filled to the top. So I'm like, wait a minute, you gotta be kind of looking at how a lot of things, how slowly and surely they're integrating of shorten people of their items that they're getting. Like, shorten it. Think about this. Like, ladies love diamond rings. They're like, oh, I want a diamond ring. And then they have a diamond or a lot of diamonds in their rings, Now, let's compare about the size of the actual diamond that was found, discovered, and then sold. And now that diamond, the original size is probably like the size, maybe, I'm guessing, golf ball size. And it was shaved down into intricate small little things to fit a design pattern on a piece of jewelry going around your ring. And now they want to upcharge and upsell it for how many X amount of dollars. And you're not even getting what the actual size of the diamond ring, of the diamond actually was. So it's like, they're like, you know what, we're going to shave this all the way down. Now, depending on how that ring is and how it looks, you probably say, well, I think I make it out, considering the fact that if I got the actual size in comparison to it, it'd be paying a hell of a lot more. Yeah, you would. But I'm just trying to show you what corporate America is doing. You're getting less. Like this little, like I said, little tiny little diamond. Little tiny diamond that you put in, and as you put it in, you get a little small little thing, and you put it in there, and then they want to charge, okay, that's going to be like $500 to maybe a couple $1,000. Yeah. See, do you see where I'm going at with this? So corporate America is now, I believe, trying to, slowly, change people's patterns of buying things. They're trying to short Americans and trying to sell them on some bullshit, because America, people in general, are waking up to the bullshit. They're waking up to the nonsense. They're waking up to the incredibleness of, hey, aren't we getting screwed over here? Yeah, we are. We're getting screwed over big time. Gas prices have kind of at the stagnant. No one's really complaining because like, look, I got to get some fucking where, okay? I have to got to go where I need to go. So the only way to do so is by, transportation by car or vehicle. That's the fastest way possible. And it's, like I said, it's getting crazy with how they're just plain on scamming everyday people. Everyday people. And this is not just happening here in America, it's happening around the world. Everybody's feeling the pinch. Everybody's feeling the bite. And you're like, what the fuck is going on? They're like, well, we have lists of supplies and things like that nature, so we have to up the ante and be able to, do the expenses for the limited materials that we have. So we have to kind of pay a little bit more because what we, the suppliers, are not getting much as an end. But we also have to make a buck into it. So because our company doesn't want to go broke. And you're trying to figure out, is this a ploy? I mean, remember back about, I think it was a year ago, eggs were at an all-time high. Eggs, a carton, dozen, was damn near fucking $10. Fuck. This shit is getting fucking crazy. It's people are having a hard enough time as it is trying to afford things. They're trying to afford the everyday cost of living, and it's getting rough out there. So I wanted to talk a little bit about Subway's $6 for $6 deal. Fuck that. All right. Don't be deceived on that shit. All right. So, in other news, excuse me, the East Coast was rocked yesterday with an earthquake that hit New York/New Jersey area, registering at a magnitude of 4.8. Yep. Apparently, there were other earthquakes that were reported prior to that one hitting in New York and New Jersey. So apparently it originated from New York, and it was felt as far away as to New Jersey, where New Jerseyans felt the rumble from the earthquake. And people was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Oh, it's an earthquake. Oh, it's going down. Oh, God. People were hearing this. People was like, oh my God. And if you ever been in an earthquake, I've been in a couple. And being in an earthquake isn't feeling. It's just kind of like, oh, who's shaking? What the? You're kind of like offset because you're like, well, the ground is rumbling and it's moving. Now, it's a weird feeling because there's some earthquakes that really happen when it starts going. You don't know when it's going to stop. No one knows. You could just say, oh shit, we're in an earthquake right now and the shit's fucking going down. Now, the best thing is to try to make sure that, it doesn't, really fucking go to the point where it starts breaking structures. Now, there has been recorded instances where earthquakes, as we all know the course of history, earthquakes that happen has caused serious, major devastations and have made structural damages on a lot of properties and things around in those areas that it has happened in. But when you have an earthquake of the size of a 4.8 that occurs in an area where normally you don't have earthquakes happen, it's going to make big headline news because people are going to be wondering what's going on. And guess what? The people already on TikTok, the other social social media platforms have already gone extremely wild about this story. I'm telling you, everybody's like, oh my gosh, look at this, I can't believe it. And then when they try to pattern them, it says, oh, look, here's a staggering pattern throughout the day that every couple, 20, 40 minutes ago, there was an earthquake that hit here. And the thing about it is, there are earthquakes that happen all the time throughout the world. And they're just not told to us. Reason why, because maybe some areas are more prone to it, and they're just like, okay, this is an earthquake like it normally is. Or no one ever hears, because it just happens in a remote area where it's probably not inhabitable. Now, when it happens in an area where, like I said, we're bumfuck nowhere, or in certain areas where they're not prone to have earthquakes, and it just comes out of the blue, people are like, oh, it's going down, what the fuck? People start freaking the fuck out, and people have already taken to social media talking about, oh, I can't believe it, oh, it's an earthquake, oh my goodness, oh, shit, they start coming up with whole things, and like I said, the fire sale of the story being pitched, people have already taken, since apparently this total solar eclipse is taking place on Monday. And people are already putting up their conspiracy theories and crazy thoughts and stories in their mind that it has to be something, the moon, the sun, and the stars, and the earth are all aligning together, and it's all because of this. This is what happened. We're gonna, and they're saying a whole bunch of stuff that is apparently supposed to happen. That the reason why, and people say, look, it's kind of weird how the date of 4/8/2024 and the earthquake that registered in New York and New Jersey registered at 4.8. So people have already started with their lines of conspiracy talk and theories, and to suggest that, oh, it's something crazy is going to happen. At this point, I don't really give a fuck. I don't really give a rat's ass. And like I said, they're soon going to start pitching the talk of alien talks. It's coming, and telling you it's coming. There's no year that doesn't go by with people always talking about the stuff aliens, then aliens happening, and aliens want to come down here and take your drawers and socks. It's going to happen because they need fuel to fly back up into their spacecraft, but they just been sneaking and watching through the fucking night skies with big fucking bright white lights, because aliens apparently can't see during the night, so they have to use big bright white spotlights, because they're not that advanced, though we think that they're technologically advanced in civilization, but they really aren't. They're kind of fucking dumb. But we're not going to talk on the topic of that, but maybe we might touch on that, but hey, I don't fucking know. But you got to understand, these are the topics of discussion that are going around the world. And trust me, I'm not the one making this shit up. Now, if I were, I'd have to be totally insane. I would have to be out of my mind to be talking about shit like this. And you'd be like, this motherfucker is talking insane. Where is the guys in the white suits with the special straitjacket that's going to make him feel cozy? Yes. Oh, by the way, be sure to put him in a white padded room. He might just hurt himself, and lock the door on the way out. No, I'm not making this shit up. This is shit that's relatively available out there in the world. This is right there on the social medias. These are right down in the news outlets. They freely talk about this stuff. I'm only just touching on a little bit aspect of it, because literally, if I'm saying this shit and I'm telling you, and then you're thinking, oh, this motherfucker crazy, but you're hearing it from a major news outlet that's telling you the same shit that I just told you, they're the ones that are fucking crazy, because they're going along with the sales pitch. Like I've already said, one of my previous podcasts, I had talked about, well, there was an episode where I talked to one guy who was like, oh my God, there's something going wrong. The communications blackout, the cell phones and everything went down. And then they said, well, make sure you got yourself a ham radio, that you got AM. You can buy it here on the TikTok. So what the it's a fucking sales pitch. Do you not see the end results? It's like, yeah, buy my product for $9.99 or $39.99. Oh, or easy installment payments of $49.99. It's a sales pitch. People are at the all-time high levels of scamming. People trying to get the people's money. And I'm not talking about just America. I'm talking about all over that goddamn world. They are using crazy sales pitches to get people's money, because people are hurting for money. People are looking to try to make a living by just doing what they're doing, average day single thing. But people are trying to find a way to swindle, cajoled, to fucking change your thought process, to be able to deceive you in order to get your money. That's what they're doing. And many people don't get this. Many people don't see this because they think, oh, that can't happen to me. There's no reason why that should happen to me. I can't believe it. And then next to it, be the same people that always like, man, I can't believe, man, the dude called my cell phone, and then we called my cell phone. I asked him, and he said, he said I need to go ahead and get him $50 for some Save the Crayons and Bologna Foundation. Now I like me some crayons, and I do like some bologna on my bread. I put a little mayonnaise, a little cheese on it, and he said it was gonna be a shortage of bologna. So I decided to say, hey, I go ahead and pay you the money, go and get some bologna. And I sent the money to him, and the next night he called me, he wanted a couple more dollars, and then when I sent him couple more dollars, and next thing I know that he wanted a couple more dollars, and I ended up giving him about $55,000 that I had, and then I tried to call him back, then I couldn't get my money back. So then I called the police, and the police come over here, and the police said to ask me what happened. And then they said, sir, you've been a victim of scam. And then that's now I know. I said, how when is you going to call the bank? And I called the bank. The bank was like, look, you free to get money here, so there ain't nothing but we can do about it. You just out your ass out of the pocket. I said, what the fuck am I going to do? And he like looking at me. He like, I say, man, I don't know. And that's I know. I was like, man, this is bullshit. Do you not understand? That's the like common people that would get scammed, but typically this is what the scammers are doing. It's all field for a minute, and people's like, I said, you're crazy. No, but this is what happens. The world is desperate at desperate times, and this is just it's getting wild. It's certainly getting wild. But like I said, don't take it from me. I'm just telling you exactly how I'm hearing it, what I'm hearing, and trust me, it's getting funny and funnier because of the way shit's going. But we're going to take a little quick break, and then we're going to get on this new topic. And if you haven't heard already, railroads to be possibly built on the moon. Yep. But we'll be right back. I'm going to take a quick thing. I'm going to get something to drink. Stick with us. We're going to be hearing more of the Koolest of the Koolykool show. Stick with us. Right, so we'll be right back. I'm going to get something to drink real quick, and then we're going to get started back on this next topic. So listen to some of this modern trap music from Koolykool. Yes. Yes, and if you haven't done so already, be sure to like and subscribe and follow me on my other social media platforms. You can follow me on my TikTok channel, the Koolykool Show. You can also follow me on my YouTube channel, the Koolykool Show. You can also follow me on my Instagram page at Brent_the_champ. Yep. We got it going on. Earthquakes. 6 inches for $6. 4.8 earthquakes. New Jersey, New York. Railroads on the moon. Railroads on the moon. Black Jesus. Black Jesus. Ooh. Like that little trap music. Yeah. Rocking here on the coolest of the cool. If you don't know, you better get right. Pass it to your mother. Pass it to your father. Pass it to your sister and maybe your brother. This is the coolest of the coolest show. Trap music here on the coolest of the cool. Rocking with homeboy Brent. Woo! Woo! Alright, so we're back. I just had to get a little something to drink here. So, last left off, we started a little talk. I gave you a little kind of insight what the rest of this discussion might look like. And Northrop Grumman is a national defense contracting company, and apparently they have, I'm not bullshitting, they have secured funds to help build a moon train on the lunar surface. If you don't know what the lunar surface is, it's the surface of the moon. Yep. They plan on building railroads so the trains can cross through the lunar surface and to be able to make travel on the surface of the moon much more easier to supply and things of that nature for, things, visitation, stuff like that. That is amazing. That is ingenuity at its finest and its best. But at the same time, we're going to be rewarded for them to do that. They're going to need a large amount of money in order to make those feats accomplishable. Since going to the moon, and the moon is a priority, so to speak, they're going to need a lot of people's money. They're going to need taxpayers' money. They're going to need your money, the people's money, in order to think. And, trust me, this is going to be international investment by the mass. This is international investment by people across the world to help get this idea up off the ground and into reality. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what kind of bullshit are we living in today? Fucking Fantasy Island. Yep, because that is some fucking off-the-wall, fucking harebrained fucking scheme, if I ever done fucking heard one. Yeah. You think, like I said, I'm not the one making this shit up. I'm only fucking just reporting the shit that I've fucking seen and read. So, you think, this motherfucker making some shit up. No! The fucking companies and the governments, they're making this shit fucking crazy. Okay? I'm only reporting on this bullshit. Moon. Having the railroads on the moon. Motherfucker, please. We hardly have shit here we need shit here in this fucking world and around the world and our own country that needs fucking fixing. But you want to decide to go, let's come up with some engineering plans to fucking put a fucking railroad on the fucking moon? To fucking where? What, is that bitch gonna fucking be from here to the fucking moon? We can build a fucking Earth to the moon? What the fuck are we talking about? This is some off-the-wall, harebrained, fucking manipulating money fucking scheme. That's all it is. And people don't see it. Oh, it's ingenuity to build some shit on them up. No! No! If you were thinking about it, you would have done it about fucking 50 years ago when you first landed on the moon. When you said, hey, let's build upon the shit that we've been here. But then they give you those old sales pitch. I know it was invested in the space program, so we decided to back off a little bit by featuring on the International Space Station. But we went to the fucking moon. But we built something in between. What the hell is fucking going on? This is the shit that I'm talking about that don't make any fucking sense. But you have the smarts of the smarts, the elites of the elites, sitting here banking on this shit, thinking that they're in the fucking right, that they know what the fuck is best for you and I to spend our fucking hard money, our hard taxpayer dollars on. Fucking complete lunacy. That's what it is. Lunacy. Period. There's nothing else to explain or to fucking decide about this. And if you have somebody that says, oh, what are you talking about? No, because guess what? You and I, even if this were to even fucking occur, would never ever see this happen in our lifetime. And this is, well, we got to start bases somewhere because that's how we're going to live for our next generation. How are we so certain that that's possibly even going to happen? They've lied to us in the past. They lied to us now. And they're going to lie to us some more in the motherfucking future. What the fuck is going on? Like, this is the shit that I fucking talk about raw on my fucking show. Because guess what? None of this shit makes any damn sense. You want, and think, okay, here's a kicker. If you want to know about this, here's a kicker. Northrop Grumman is a fucking, as I said it before when I started talking about this, is a government contractor company that is in line and does for national defense stuff. So why the fuck are they fucking going ahead and trying to build a fucking railroad when that's not even kind of what they do? What do you need? Calculations on how they're going to fucking encrypt shit or blow some shit or fucking military design some shit? What? That doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, the deception runs rampant through everything. And like I said, this was an article that somebody wrote. And guess what? And it just runs rampant. Like I said, don't make this shit up. I happened to watch, and somebody told me, so I decided to read into this shit because I was like, wait a minute, let me read into this a little bit more. Because there's something that just doesn't make any much fucking sense. And let it be known, yeah, it was complete fucking craziness. And I'm sitting there thinking, scratching my head, I'm like, man, oh man. What the fuck else can they just go ahead and throw about us to make some more craziness and some more bullshit? I mean, you know, at this point in time, how about this? How about we get the motherfuckers to build the fucking pyramids in Egypt, go ahead and build the shit on the fucking moon? Let them do that. Whatever happened, let's go to Mars. Let's go to do some things on Mars. No. You know why? They don't fucking know that, hell, that's going to make them enough money. So what do? Just fucking make it something closer that we can get our feet off the rocks with this shit. Because people ain't going to buy into this shit on the Mars, but they'll buy into the moon bullshit. Like, come the fuck on. Like, there is so much crazy. And you know, you have people that will fucking up and day, all day, fucking go at it. People like, yeah, we can do it. We're going to do this stuff. You're living in a fucking fantasy world. You really fucking are. Well, like I said, I'm not saying the space may not exist. I don't fucking know. I never been to space. I'm just taking off some motherfucker who just went out to space, or so-called said they went out to space. So, yep, we are to space. So I'm listening to them and taking on what they say as fact, even though I've never seen it myself. And it's just, well, you're just only saying that, you know, because you're just trying to conform to the... No, it's like this. Even if I were to be like, look, I don't believe in the fact that, because I love doing analogies. It's like this. If someone were to say, Walmart is great, it's the best place, it's craziness, you know, to shop at. And I'd be like, you know what? All right, well, I guess you're saying Walmart. I've never been to fucking Walmart, but, you know, it is what it is. I'm taking your word on the fact that since you've been to Walmart, that the Walmart is the way it is. You see what I'm saying? But guess what? I can actually go down, drive to Walmart or fucking Target to see the shit for myself. So I can visually say, hey, or I can physically say, yeah, Walmart is what it is. But these things that they're talking about, us, moon, space, Mars, all this shit, this is shit that you can't test. And they're like, well, of course you can't test it because we don't have technology, blah, blah, blah. No. And you're just taking a word of somebody that says they've been there because guess what? You're like, well, you can't get there, but I did. But you're going to just take my word on because I got PhDs and all this type of degrees. And I have a historical precedence that people will believe in me. And I'm trustworthy and all this other shit. And you're taking them on a blind faith because the fact that you have to. It's all scientific evidence. What the fuck are you talking about? And somebody... we'll be like, what are you talking about? We could do all this stuff. You're a fucking nutcase, too. Like, building railroads on the moon? What the fuck are we having a colony on the moon? Do we have a colony on the moon? What? Who's thinking this shit up? Like, somebody up there in the governments around the world is just sitting there thinking of massive craziness. And we're just letting them go. You talk about you and I being put in straitjackets with guys in the white suits come by and say, hey, sir, it's time to go to the fucking crazy house now. You think I'm great? No, you need to put those people who are coming up with this fucking thought process and idea and sitting out to the masses of millions of people that will look online or look anywhere to research shit like this. And you put them the fucking ones crazy because they're the ones coming up with this nonsense. This is the shit that fucking pisses me off because people will be like, oh, yeah, this is because he's so intellectually tart. But if I were to say some shit like that, you're like, this motherfucker over here is fucking, he's lost his goddamn mind. Nigga talking about putting moons on the motherfucker, putting railroads on the moon. What the fuck? This is what I'm talking about. The craziness of the nonsense that occurs daily with fucking nonsense throughout the world. This isn't just one part of the world. This isn't one section of the world. This is the whole entirety of the masses of those so-called elites, of the elites, the social club status, the people who are secretly in charge of the world that are coming up with this nonsense. And if you're not hip to understanding what the bullshit's being fed to you, you are nothing but a pawn that is ignorant to everything around you. You look, I already touched on as far as the Subway 6 inches for $6 bullshit, okay? Then you have the 4.8 earthquake that hits New Jersey and New York, and then you have the already conspiracy talks. I've laid out the ground-rooted maps for each and every of all my listeners listening to show, look, I ain't bullshitting you on anything I'm telling you. I'm telling you for the fact that there is some crazy shit that people are talking about. I'm not fucking making this up. These are other people of the high-class social status. I give an example. Like I said, they had it several years ago with the guy who was doing internet millions back in the early 2000s. Sitting at a poolside with a whole bunch of women's hotties, bikinis, big booties, everything. He was sitting there, he's like, yeah, no, quit your job, but no, you gotta do is pay $29.99 to get my book on my disc and everything. And it came out, it was a pyramid scheme. But I'm the one crazy talking to you, telling you about all these people and exposing this bullshit, right? But at the same time, you're going to sit there and think, he's just, no. These are fucking people that are so-called educated that are coming up with this nonsense. And literally, they're fueling the thought process and all people trying to get to the conform to the fucking nonsense. Like, it's bad. Ugh. And TikTok is still up. I thought it got banned. Why? You know why it's not off the freaking apps? Because it's money. China or whatever, the company decided to give them slip them a freaking envelope full of money and said, shut up. And guess what the government fat cats did? They're like, oh, thanks, Billy. All right. So, you're here live on the Koolest of the Kool, the Koolykool show. If you haven't done so already, be sure to like and follow us on our other social media platform. Be sure to follow me on my Instagram page, Brent_the champ. Follow my YouTube channel, the Koolykool show. You can also follow me on my TikTok channel, Koolykool show. So, you're already here, live, raw, unedited here on the Koolest of the Kool, the Koolykool show. Everybody, just don't buy into this bullshit. Oh yeah, I didn't even get to touch on Black Jesus. But don't worry, we'll touch on another episode. So, you're here, live on the Koolest of the Kool. Your host, Brett. Take care. Bye.